Are you dreaming of a life in Sydney, but unsure if it's the right move? Let's dive into the real pros and cons of living in Australia's most iconic city. Sydney thrives with a pulsating energy unmatched by many cities worldwide, with a calendar brimming with events for every interest. The Sydney Festival in January transforms the city into a cultural hub with theater, dance, music, and visual arts from around the world. Film enthusiasts flock to the Sydney Film Festival, showcasing an eclectic mix of films, documentaries, and shorts from across the globe. Sports fans revel in events like the Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race and the City to Surf Run, fostering community spirit and participation. Vivid Sydney lights up the city with immersive light installations and projections, transforming landmarks like the Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge. Sydney's geographical layout is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts, with stunning beaches, sprawling parks, and accessible hiking trails. Famous beaches like Bondi, Coogee, and Manly offer surfing, water sports, beach volleyball, and ample space for relaxation. Cyclists and walkers enjoy scenic routes around Sydney Harbour and the Royal Botanic Garden, perfect for leisurely strolls or rigorous rides. The Blue Mountains, just a short drive away, offer hiking trails ranging from easy walks to challenging climbs within a World Heritage-listed area. As a global economic hub, Sydney offers vast career opportunities across various industries, making it a magnet for professionals worldwide. Sydney is home to the headquarters of numerous multinational corporations and a thriving startup ecosystem, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. Sydney is especially appealing to financial sector professionals. It houses the Australian Securities Exchange and top financial institutions, making it the financial capital of Australia. The tech industry is also booming, with global giants like Google and Microsoft, and countless innovative tech startups establishing a strong presence in the city. The city's multicultural identity is celebrated through its extensive culinary scene, offering global cuisines from Chinatown to Leichhardt. Festivals like the Chinese New Year Festival and Deepavali in Parramatta showcase traditional dances, music, and food, promoting cultural exchange. Moreover, Sydney's multicultural society is supported by numerous community centers and associations that foster a sense of belonging among the city's diverse groups. Sydney is a bustling urban hub and a center for academic excellence and medical advancements. The city is home to several of Australia's top universities, such as the University of Sydney, UNSW Sydney, and the University of Technology Sydney. These institutions are renowned for their high research standards, comprehensive range of disciplines, and strong connections to industries, providing students with excellent educational opportunities and pathways to successful careers. In terms of healthcare, Sydney boasts a robust system characterized by state-of-the-art medical facilities and services that rank among the best in the country. The city's healthcare system is supported by a public and private services network that ensures accessible, high-quality medical care for all residents. Sydney is a treasure trove of cultural experiences, with its vast array of museums, galleries, and theaters that cater to all tastes and interests. The city's cultural landscape is anchored by iconic institutions such as the Sydney Opera House, which is a marvel of modern architecture, and a bustling venue for opera, theater, music, and dance performances. Similarly, the Museum of Contemporary Art stands as a beacon for art lovers, offering an extensive collection of Australian and international contemporary art that stimulates dialogue and thought. In addition to these well-known landmarks, Sydney is dotted with smaller galleries and performance spaces that showcase the work of emerging and established artists alike. Sydney's public transport network includes metros, buses, ferries, and trams, making commuting across the city straightforward and convenient. The Opal card system and contactless payments simplify fare payment and transfers, enhancing the appeal of living in or visiting Sydney. However, Sydney consistently ranks as one of the most expensive cities globally, with high housing costs being a significant challenge. Rent for a modest one-bedroom apartment in sought-after areas like Mosman can be as high as $550 per week. This example illustrates how property prices in Sydney are not only the highest in Australia, but are among the steepest in the world. Beyond housing, the day-to-day costs of living in Sydney can also be daunting. Groceries, especially imported goods and specialty items, carry a premium. While mitigated by an extensive public transport network, transport costs can add up quickly, especially if relying on private vehicles, considering the city's fuel prices and parking fees. Dining out is another area where expenses can spiral, with Sydney hosting many high-end restaurants and trendy eateries that come with correspondingly high prices. For those relocating from regions with a lower cost of living, the financial demands of Sydney can be particularly shocking. Traffic congestion is a daily frustration, with gridlocked roads during rush hours leading to lengthy and stressful commutes. Despite a robust public transport system, the sheer volume of commuters can overwhelm services during peak times, leading to overcrowded conditions. Trains and buses often run at full capacity, leading to overcrowded conditions where finding a seat or even a comfortable standing space can be difficult. The high demand can impact the reliability of these services, sometimes resulting in delays and inconsistent schedules. In response to these challenges, many Sydney residents opt to rely more heavily on public transport, avoiding the hassle of driving and parking in congested areas. Sydney's job market is highly competitive, with professionals needing to distinguish themselves through unique skills and adaptability. Industries such as finance, technology, and media are particularly competitive in Sydney. These sectors demand top-tier talent and often offer attractive salaries and benefits, attracting the best of both local and international professionals. This environment can seem daunting for new entrants to the job market, such as recent university graduates, as they compete against experienced professionals for positions. The high demand for housing results in a significant shortage of affordable options, pushing many residents to consider outer suburbs or regional areas. However, this often involves trade-offs such as longer commute times to work or reduced access to city-centric amenities like specialized healthcare, entertainment, and educational institutions. Young professionals, key workers, and new families might find themselves unable to afford to live near their places of employment, leading to increased living costs and reduced quality of life. Environmental concerns like air pollution and climate change pose health risks and threaten low-lying areas with flooding and erosion. With its dense population and high volume of vehicular traffic, Sydney experiences levels of air pollution that can pose health risks, particularly during periods of high smog or bushfire smoke, which are becoming increasingly common. The city's coastal location makes it particularly vulnerable to rising sea levels, which threaten low-lying areas with flooding and erosion, potentially displacing communities and damaging properties and infrastructure. Additionally, Sydney is experiencing more frequent and intense extreme weather events, such as heat waves and storms, which disrupt daily life and strain the city's infrastructure and emergency services. Social isolation can be a challenge in Sydney's fast-paced urban environment, particularly for newcomers struggling to form lasting connections. The city's large size and the busy schedules of its residents can lead to feelings of anonymity and detachment. In a city where many are focused on their careers and personal advancement, the time and effort required to nurture new friendships can be daunting, leaving some individuals feeling disconnected and unsupported. Additionally, the diversity of the city, while one of its strengths, can also mean that cultural differences might pose barriers to forming close relationships, further exacerbating feelings of isolation. The city's public services, including education, healthcare, and transportation, are under pressure due to the growing population. Public schools face overcrowding, compromising the quality of education, while hospitals see increased demand leading to longer waiting times. Sydney's public transportation system, though extensive, struggles with overcrowded buses, trains, and ferries during peak hours. Despite these challenges, Sydney offers a dynamic lifestyle with cultural festivals, sports, arts, world-class beaches, and parks for relaxation. The city's multicultural environment enriches its culinary and social scene, catering to a wide range of preferences and lifestyles. In conclusion, while Sydney presents challenges like high living costs and traffic congestion, it also offers tremendous benefits and a vibrant urban life.